Alright, we was wondering in today's forecast we'll be looking at an upcoming storm system that is expected to move through the country, bringing the potential for weather and snow to portions of the country next week. However, we'll be looking at the radar right now. It does look like there is some activity going on, although not a lot. Some snow is potentially going on off the coast, however, it doesn't look like high impact. But really the only thing that is going on right now, other than maybe a little flurry or two across the upper Midwest, is active weather going on in the Pacific Northwest. It does look like heavy rain near the coast is impacting portions of Washington State and surrounding areas, along with very heavy mountain snow. It does look like there could be some flooding concerns in the lower valleys, while it looks like we can have some very heavy snow in the mountains. Let's start in today's video, guys. Now, first things first, we will be talking about our polar vortex that is expected across the Northeast starting tonight. It does look like it might continue a little bit tomorrow night, however, it will be retreating back to the north finally. So technically speaking, tonight's going to be the worst night of them all. In fact, some near record temperatures for the record lows are possible across the Northeast and New England region tonight. However, it will be expected to dip to 20 below in many places. Some of them could get really close to 30 below zero, especially across northern Maine and portions of northern New England. However, I'd say the coldest nights that we're going to be having we're going to expect to be seeing 20 below, however, in just many places. 0 below, however, does expand as far as northern portions of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and also into much of Massachusetts. Even Boston could get below 0 tonight. And also areas such as New York State, much of that will be seeing this below 0 as well. So this could potentially lead to Buffalo, however, getting below the 10-degree mark, however. It will be getting to the single digits as well. And New York City will also be getting pretty close. It will be around 10 degrees, although that could potentially drop even further. So it turns out 0 below could actually extend as far south as northeast Pennsylvania, and pretty much the majority, or if not all of, Rhode Island and Connecticut. However, it does look like New York City could get into single digits, ending up in 6 degrees Fahrenheit in downtown, while some northern suburbs get really close to 0 degrees. However, it does look like most of the rest of the cold will stay in the north. And even some places could actually get locally below 0 for the low tonight, especially if you're talking in northern Maine and portions of northern New England, even the higher terrain, really. Now, a big pattern change is going to be on our way. In fact, we're going to be expecting a big major warm-up across much of the United States, especially across the eastern half. That'll be starting this weekend, and it will continue through much of next week. It will also help improve the cool-down conditions that we're going to be having in the New England region. So yeah, this cool-down won't last long. The Arctic blast will not last long. However, we could see a renewed round of cold, especially Tuesday morning, in the northern New England region, especially for Maine. This warm-up will, however, advance to the northeast, and we will eventually see this big push of warm air coming to that region. However, it does look like we could see lows bottoming out in the 50s, possibly as far north as Illinois, Indiana for Tuesday night, while Maine experiences yet another round of Arctic blasts before that comes out of the way. We could potentially see another storm system in the coming weeks and coming days that could potentially bring not only severe weather but snow. We will also be talking about all of this in today's forecast, so we're going to get into that as well. So, looking at future radar here, it does look like things will start to get active towards Monday and Tuesday. So it looks like we'll start to see precipitation develop with a storm system in southern Canada, which could potentially bring precipitation down into the northern United States. Now, it does look like snow will probably be going on with this across the upper Midwest and the upper Great Lakes, while rain and even potentially storms go on the south side of that. It does look like we could potentially see storms across the south in the lower Mississippi Valley starting Tuesday night. However, it does look like this will continue to advance across the Ohio Valley and the southeast. Severe threat is a possibility, however, it will be more confined to the areas near the Gulf Coast. However, I wouldn't be surprised if an inland push of this weather threat is possible with that, given the potential for that setup as well. However, it won't be too far to the north, but I'm going to be saying anywhere from more Mississippi Valley to the Gulf Coast, so potentially areas like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, even possibly. However, this is just a variability and something we need to look out for. Could see severe weather in this given setup. while snow would be more confined to New England and the upper Midwest with this storm system. It does look like the storms will likely continue through at least Thursday, and then does look like maybe another system will try to develop. I was a little far out, but what this is showing, this is really very subjective change. It is showing snow across the Northeast, Ohio Valley, and the Appalachians, even a little bit of light snow across the Midwest from late next week into the weekend. However, I'm going to focus more on our next system. However, it does look like there will potentially be an active weather pattern ahead, as it does show, although, again, with very low certainty, in fact, really high uncertainty, and this is a little too far out to get in details with this one as well, but it is showing the week after next week, we could potentially be dealing with a major storm. However, a band of heavy snow coming from Kansas all the way through the Great Lakes into lower Michigan, with a wintry mix in between that and the rain. Severe threat would be a potential though across much of the southeast. However, we're going to continue to focus on our upcoming event before we get any further though. Not a lot is currently going on though. It does look like there is some lake effect related winter weather advisories, including portions of the Pennsylvania and New York coast along the Great Lakes of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. However, we do have a blizzard warning in effect for northern Maine. High winds going on in the northern plains along the Rockies. Windstorm warnings are in effect for California as well. I'd be sure to stay safe, everyone. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not done so already, and liking this forecast if you did, however, enjoy and find this useful. Other than that, stay tuned and hope you enjoy your night.